It is the busiest time of the year for the post office, and thieves are taking advantage of this. KXAN investigator Matt Grant has more on why some say not enough's being done to keep your mail and the people who deliver it safe.
Surveillance video capturing criminals stealing mail with ease, using what the Postal Service calls an arrow key to unlock multiple mailboxes at once. In this Southwest Austin community,
yeah, not great at all.
Homeowners like Todd are on edge, asking us not to use last names or say where we are.
It makes us think twice, certainly about dropping mail off here at our mailbox.
Videos like these show the neighborhood's been targeted at least 4 times since last year, most recently in October, suggesting multiple universal mail keys or copies are not in USPS control.
Members of our community have had mail stolen, packages stolen, important legal documents, personal information, passports. It just goes on and on.
How concerning is this to you?
Very.
Last week, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service busted a mail theft ring in Austin. According to federal court records, investigators found more than a dozen weapons, stolen checks, and an arrow key linked to a robbery in Leander this month. In that case, the letter carrier said 2 men demanded he give up the key. According to court records, this growing nationwide fraud often involves selling stolen checks to criminal organizations around the country on apps like Telegram, deposited into bank accounts opened with stolen identities. Last year, more than 400 mail carriers were robbed across the country. That's according to this Office of Inspector General report, which found overall the Postal Service lacks accountability when it comes to its arrow keys. In May, the Postal Service announced a plan to replace 49,000 antiquated arrow locks with new electronic ones. The Inspector General report criticized a lack of deployment timelines. In response, in October, the USPS announced it had replaced more than 6,500 arrow locks in unnamed select cities and said it will install the rest in the coming months. The agency said it also installed 10,000 high-security blue collection boxes nationwide.
They're not receiving their checks. They're being stolen in the mail.
Sharon McClendon works at an Austin tax planning office and sees the impact firsthand. She says several clients had tax refund checks go missing.
This is identity theft. We have one client who had a $100,000 check stolen. The mail should be delivered, and we shouldn't accept that it's going to get lost.
This is the master key or arrow keys here that opens this entire block.
Back in Southwest Austin, fingerprint dust is still visible as neighbors hope their eye in the sky will be key to stopping the recent string of thefts.
We need to, let our voice be heard too, to try to get someone at the post office to take accountability for this and develop a plan of action, keep their people safe, and keep our mail secure.
The U.S. Postal Inspection Service says mail is often stolen late at night when there aren't a lot of people around. So here's how you can keep your mail safe. Don't let it sit. Make sure you check it every day. Sign up for informed delivery so you can preview mail that's arriving. Drop outgoing mail off at your local post office. When shipping packages, you can request that it be picked up at their local post office. And if you're going out of town, ask for your mail to be held for you. As part of its ongoing crackdown, the Postal Service says more than 600 people have been arrested since May for robberies and mail theft. Matt Grant, KXAN investigates.
The Postal Service Inspection Service says it's aware of the mail theft in that Southwest Austin community and is working closely with local law enforcement to investigate. But since May, postal inspectors conducted a series of targeted law enforcement surges in a handful of cities around the country facing significant threats from organized postal crime. And in August, the USPS raised the reward money for crimes against letter carriers to $150,000 for robberies and $250,000 for murder. In recent months, letter carriers have held rallies in Houston and around the country, calling on more to be done to keep them safe. In the Houston case, specifically, a postal worker was hit and killed, and authorities said the driver did not stop to help. They cited a rise in crimes against workers, including robbery and assault. The National Association of Letter Carriers wants to see the Department of Justice prioritize prosecuting crimes committed against letter carriers.